Hello everybody, happy Saturday. So I did say that I wasn't going to do any more hot chocolate pictures because I was done my hot chocolate pictures and I found one, but because I said I wasn't going to do hot chocolate, I'm not going to. I'm going to do a hockey page today. We were in Vegas and we went to see the Flames versus the Golden Knights. They trounced us, but anyway, that's my page. Just the title page of where the hockey game started, and I'm going to turn this around and show you my messy desk. Okay, so the pictures I have, I'm actually going to double mat these. So I found some other Flames fans in the crowd, so I had to take some pictures. So it was just Dean and I that we knew. And I've got some hockey paper. There was a pack of Flames paper that we had in the store. I've got bits and pieces of it left over. So if you're looking, actually any hockey paper, I've got stuff like this with different teams on it, with Canadian teams. And even if you're, well, this says Flames, but the other sides are always just icons. So if your kids are in hockey, and these colors will work, because I've got red and gold, like I've got all the hockey teams. So whatever, if there's blue or anything. So anyway, if you're looking for hockey paper, I've got lots, so you can let me know. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I did a double mat, and I'm gonna put it on this. Actually, let me do this first. I was gonna make some tags, but I started cutting them and then I realized I should show you how I cut them. So I cut off the little corner, and then I'm going to use this over here. I know this isn't a new trick, but sometimes you just forget. And then I'll go over here so that they're the same. Okay, so there's my little tag. And then this one is smaller, so I'm going to just do a little smaller edge. And then I've got my hole punch. I'm just doing this so I can get this out of the way. Okay, then I will punch a hole. My, this thing is very sticky. I think I have to oil it or something. I don't know how to make that better. Okay, get out of there. Okay, now I've got my tag, so I can put this big giant thing away. And then we're kind of, now I had a piece of string on my desk, I'm using that. And my original thought was I was going to use black and gold as the embellishments because that's the Knights colors, but it's also ours, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, there was my gold piece. This was also left on my desk. I'm going to use that somewhere behind here. And then this piece of string, I've got some like giantly old stickers, enormously old. I don't know how where these even came from. They are just in my bin, so I'm going to use a couple of those and I'm going to put those on the tags. Then I've got this paper. So this side is just generic hockey, red color. This side says Flames. So I'm going to cut a strip of the stars, a strip of the Flames, and then a piece of this. So, interesting. They're both going opposite ways. So, one of them's going to have to be pieced together. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I want like, I want to make sure I can see at least one of the blocks of sentences. So there. But now see, this is, now it's short because that side is not 12 inches anymore. But that's okay. I'm going to cut this star. Actually, I'm crisscrossing them, so maybe I can get away with them being short. Let's see. Okay. Oh, my idea was, oh my gosh. Oh, desk. You need to be cleaned. I need time to sit down and clean you. Okay, so this was my plan. I was going to put Flames and then crisscross this way. So you know what? They don't meet. That's okay. I can live with that. But I will glue this one. Oh, I haven't cut that tag off yet, so I'll just glue this down first. Then I'll cut the tab off. There's my ticket. I was going to put Flames down here, and then I realized, well, I have the ticket. There's no point in keep repeating myself. I can put Flames on another page somewhere. Okay, so now let's glue this down. So I want it off center. Haha. Off center ice. Okay, and then I'll glue this one down. Well, that one would have worked too. Did I have that one going? Nope, it's the opposite way too. All right, already done. Okay, so this, maybe I'll, do I want to overlap that? No, I'm just gonna go right against it. Okay, so now these little guys, I'm gonna do stars. And just sort of crisscross them up here. Maybe I'll make that way better. And blings. Okay, then I've got this. I'm gonna mat this. Oh, I got my tickets. Oh, actually, I was gonna mat this in red, but my tickets are red that I'm gonna tuck behind here. So I think I'm gonna mat this in a different color then. Oh, but what? I don't have anything out here. Huh. Okay. Quick think. What can I mat that with? Do I have a yellow? Let's just see. Not so yellow. More goldy. I got nothing in here. That could work. Okay, let's use that. All right. We might stick it down. Let's go over here. It's just gonna be a small border anyway, but I don't want it to be red. I didn't think what color my tags would be. Okay, I can live with that right there. And that's gonna go there. And I got this hockey sticker. I think I wanna, oh, here it is. I had my puff upstairs to unstick stickers, and then I took it downstairs yesterday. So I'm gonna unstick this. This is usually the one I use for embossing because it's bigger. The other one I have for my stickers is smaller, but it'll work because it's here and the other one's in the basement. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that up, put that there, pop those up. Everything's sticking together. Okay. There's these little tiny, is this a strip? What is a strip? Yeah, I don't want a strip. Well, okay, sure. I got these little tiny red stars sticking to everything from the Disney make and take we did the other day. They were very hard to come out of the box. They stuck to everything. I have to show you. See how I did that? I took this off and then I cut it. Typically I cut it on here so it's not sticky, but I didn't. I did the first one and then I didn't think I would need that one. So just a tip, if you're cutting your little strips in half, cut it on here and then it doesn't stick to anything. I see people doing it all the time. I'm like, oh, I should remind people to don't forget to cut them on the paper. So all my papers have little slits in them when I cut the things in half. Ooh, these are... I know when you find an old pack of foam tape or something around and you decide to use it and then it just doesn't. I'm gonna put that like that. And this one I can glue flat. Oh, I gotta make sure I leave room for the tag, so I'm just doing the bottom. Okay, now these okay, that one's empty. Good, you can throw that out. So on these tags, I was just gonna put some hockey icons. This one had the glove. This one had the helmet. And I think that looks a little bit too plain, so I'm going to outline them in gold. Just going to do a quick little Whew. If you ever use these markers, wow, they have a strong smell to them. Okay. Little glove. No, it's not quite so plain. I could have inked the edges, but that's okay. Okay, I don't need this quite so big. Tuck that. Use that one there because it's bigger. And this one. I want to cover my face. Put those over. Okay, and I've got the string. I always use my fabric scissors for string because it drives me nuts when it doesn't cut perfectly. Okay, feed this through. That'll go about there. Makes me happy to use up these little pieces that sit on my desk, left over from last week's project. Then I can. All right, so I think what I have to do is move this down a little bit. This is not a ticket. Let's move this whole thing down. This paper is shiny, so stuff peels off of it pretty easy. But I do want to cover just a touch of that photo. Not a ticket. Okay, I don't want to cover their logo. Adhesive. There we go. Now that can go lower. That can go lower, and then I'm not covering my face. Perfect. Okay, just put a bit of glue behind there. Go right to the edge. I might go a little lower. There we go. Okay, tags, flip. All right, and then over here, I have this. Actually, I was gonna do a little bit more with these, but I was gonna put them on this side too, but you can't see it. So maybe I'll go up higher. So I'm just gonna cut this, make a banner. That's like gold for the nights. Okay, and then I think, oh, I've got this hockey puck and face off. Can I use that somewhere just to use up this complete? Let's do face off here. There's a guy walking here. I don't need to see him. Maybe I'll just cover him like that. Face off. I forgot to put adhesive behind there, didn't I? Okay. Okay. And then I have a puck. That way this sheet is complete and I can throw them out. I think I'll just put, oh, let's pop it up. And I think I'll put it right on the crisscross, right there. And I had that little tiny piece I cut just to show you that I cut it on here, and then it doesn't make my scissors sticky. Perfect. And I'll put the puck right there. Okay, I think that is, oops, get that off my face. There we go. Turn that around. Hello again. Okay, so there's my page. Hockey night in Vegas. And it's all the happy people going in to support the Flames, and then we didn't leave so happy. There we go. That is my hockey page. There's a couple of strips, some background pattern paper, and some stickers. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a lovely weekend. Ciao.